Yes, but I can beat the Bellinger mansion, and then it'll be nice. Oh, if you're like testing it like that, and you like make a scene where the first window is your game, and the second window would be your Twitch chat, you have to minimize the the whatever Chrome or Firefox or whatever you're using that shows the stream, and then you'll have to bring the chat back up. Otherwise, you'll get like the edge from the previous screen. At least that's how I do it. And you might not be able to stream officially because I'm on the stream. We came to give you this thing for you to have. You do want to look at that bird. I have to look at the bird. Um, the staircases are. Wow, I can't run up the stairs. Okay. It's hard to see in the dark. Where's the bird? The bird on the bush. I'm so blind. Let's get a look here. There's the birdie. Well, what? Oh, it's Muriel. Callaghan, even more to say, I guess. Poor Muriel looks exhausted. Desmond takes the message from Muriel and gives her a scratch on the head. You rest now, little Muriel. You have earned it. Now let us see what Callaghan has to say. Mr. and Mrs. Cosman. I took the time to speak with Jason about the Bellingers. Mr. Bellinger is, I am sure you have already discovered, a difficult to deal with sort of man. Not that I make any sort of judgment against his character. His daughter, however, was harder to learn about. She seems a quiet sort of girl, and up until recently was traveling abroad. I did learn this, however. Despite her high-class lifestyle, she has a hobby for gardening. I wonder where she picked something like that up. I hope this information proves useful. I remain ever vigilant. L. Callaghan. Isabella likes gardening? That's surprising. Indeed. It is unlike her class to get down into the dirt with the rest of us. We should talk with her about it, only she's so quiet. How do we get her to talk? Do not worry, Sveta. We will find a way. Well then, let us resume our investigation. I have a word with you. Is this from Miss Bush's garden? Yes, we found it out there. Look at that poor thing. It's all dried out. Didn't you think to give it any water? What? It is dead. Why would we be giving this water? Well, it's dead now, since you picked it like hooligans. But you could have saved it. Miss Bellinger snatches a flower out of Lana's hand and starts gently pulling at the petals. Look at this mess. The poor little flower is so fragile. Well, I suppose this is what happens when you have no one to take care of the plants. Of course Father wouldn't see to it that Miss Bush's garden or care for it. Pardon me, Miss Bellinger? Please call me Isabella. Bellinger makes me think of my father. Right, Isabella. Did you know Miss Bush? Did I know her? Of course I knew her. She was the groundskeeper here for years, wasn't she? Of course, this was a fairly modern thing for her to do, but with the time she was raised in, women her age just didn't work, you know. I mean, it's difficult for this generation, although Father still isn't keen on me finding a job. He says it's common or something. Miss Isabella, please, if you would, cease for a moment. Just politely told you to shut up. My sister and I are here to investigate the spirit haunting your property. We believe it to be the spirit of Miss Bush. Do you have any information that may assist us? Miss Bush, a ghost? Ha, that's a laugh. She was a no-nonsense kind of woman. She used to do a lot of political work back in the day, you know. Father hated it when she talked to me about it, but I thought her stories were so funny. There's no way someone like Miss Bush would haunt a dingy old house like this. She's too good for that. You seem to have a high opinion of her. Do I ever? You know, she taught me everything I know about plants. I used to think flowers were pretty, and that was it. But she taught me all the fascinating things about plant life. If you are so interested in these plants, why are you not taking care of ones living outside? Because I was abroad for a year, if you must know. Father told me he was going to have someone to take care of the garden, but of course he did. I was so cross? Do you mean crass? Or cross? I don't know. And didn't even care. I stayed in my room for a whole week, and you know what he said when I came out? Goodness, Isabella, I was starting to think there really was a monster living in your closet. Can you believe that? I'm sure that was very hard for you. Hard doesn't even begin to describe it. At any rate, I'm home now and have my work cut out for me in the yard. I'll savage whatever is out there and add a few new plants before it gets too hot. And, here, you can have this back. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Now, if you don't mind, I have to plot out how I'm going to fix this yard, if you'll excuse me. I'm getting better at this voice acting thing. It's getting crisper in delivery. Kitsuna, you'd be proud of me I saved without having to be reminded. Haha. So you're back, eh? This song is really good. You say no one cares about you, Miss Bush, but that's not true. Isabella Bellinger did. What? How would you know that? We spoke with her. She promised to take care of your garden. She said she'd been away for a while, and she was real steamed about her father didn't take care of it for you. Now, why would she make a promise she can't keep? She's rich. She hasn't a single callus anywhere on her body, let alone her hands. There's no way she'd tend my garden on her own, surely. She wants to do it for you, Miss Bush. She said she always admired you. Ah, applesauce, that brat, she would tell you and not me. I guess someone did care. I wish I could have seen her grow up. No! Yeah. I should have seen it sooner. But these old eyes aren't what they used to be. Perhaps I can leave my garden in younger hands after all. Isabella is dependable. Always has been. So then, I guess a rolling stone gathers no moss. I've got bigger, better places to be. Moving on is as easy as falling off a log, right? Tell Isabella, well, tell her I say hello and to plant extras of the tiger lilies. Her father does so hate them. Tell her to stop. Tell her never stop being a thorn in his side. Give him hell for me, and that I care about her too. We will, Miss Bush. Especially this part about bothering Bellinger. Especially the part about the caring, Nadia. Fine. Dahlia lets a full belly laugh, bends forward, and slaps one of her knee. That is such perfect writing. I'm so impressed. It's just cut and dry. No flowery fluff. Just nothing there but writing and words. You two are like peas in a pod. Thank you. We are Cybermen, all with the same power level as Raditz. Any time, Miss Bush. Well, hopefully we won't have to do this again. You're welcome. God be with you. Have a good night, the both of you. You can each pick a flower from the garden. My treat. But only one, or else I'll come back and haunt you until your dying days. Goodbye. Oh, later. Well, looks like she's gone. So she is. Then our work here is done. Sveta, you did a good job tonight. Nana blinks at Chasm for a moment, then nods slowly. You too. Thanks for not shooting anyone. So now we go ask Miss Bellinger for the jack, right? The jack? Is this your slang again? Bah. You speak of our payment, then you are correct, and let me handle it, yes. I do not like this Bellinger. He will be pushing someone sweet as you around. Whatever you want, Nadia. I'll meet you out front then. Sveta. Someone's mad. What did I say this time? What should I do? Only Kitsuna can decide for me. I know she'd hit yes. And I snuck away on the walk home and returned to the cat's meow. Instead of following, Casman returned home alone. May 15th, 1923. Ooh. Oh no! My microphone. Yeah, it's a really nifty pattern. I can make a copy of it for you if you like. Oh wow, James, you mean it? That would be swell. James continued to chat about sewing, and Mortimer looks up. She glances down at the newspaper and the counter and sighs, then looks back over at Lana. Hey, Lana, come here a sec. Hold that thought, James. Oh, alright. Hey, Mortimer, how's tricks? How's tricks? How's tricks? Don't talk to me about tricks. You know what? It's nothing. Never mind. Get back to James. You look like you were having fun. Whoa, slow down a sec. What's eating you? I told you it was nothing. Doesn't sound like nothing. Yeah, well, maybe you should buzz off. Oh, wow. Mortimer Lamont, if you think you can call me over just to get mad at me, you've got another thing coming.